Um, whenever I laugh this way, so it is said in the news that the French President Emmanuel Macron invited the President of Nigeria, and a lot of things happened. A lot of things went down in France while he visited. And this is what I'm going to take you through. I'm going to take you through some of them. That's the ones that we see, okay? The ones that we hear. It wasn't long ago. We talked about how Emmanuel Macron came out and exclaimed, like he told the whole world, that Africa is his home and his continent. And after that, the governor, oh my goodness, the governor, the president of Ghana was invited to, and there he received a medal. And we're thinking he's just going to be the president of Ghana. But it happened that gradually it is clear to us even, because of course, I think that video is up, that the president of Nigeria is an active asset of the CIA. So what do you expect? What do you expect? This is the kind of situation that the motherland is in, that our leaders do not see anything wrong with selling us. Because they think that maybe that's the only way out. The only way out for them to survive and enjoy themselves is to sell their people, sell their inheritance, sell their heritage to this being that claim that they are in charge of the world. It is unfortunate. And some people are like, why is it that the moment these European bodies invite a head of state in the continent, they don't think twice. Immediately they hear ping, they fly. They don't even waste time at all. The moment they are invited, they are running there. How many African presidents have invited head of states of Europe and America? Okay, come, and then they come immediately. See, we are still slaves. If you're thinking that things are fine, you are relaxed, thinking that everything is okay, then you need to wake up. Because we are still slaves. Those bells, those chains and the bells, those jingle bells are still on our waist and our legs. Because by the time we shift here, we want to liberate ourselves, the bell will jingle. Jingle bells, jingle bells. And they'll run and come. It's like these people want to run away from the cage. And they'll catch us and put us back into the cage. This is a reality we are faced with. We need to tell ourselves the truth. Then, anyway, it's not surprising to me again, because I think I told you here before that since Macron came out boldly to tell you that Africa is his home and his continent, he has a plan. When the president of Nigeria visited, while the military were entertaining, I think military or some group were entertaining, do you know what happened, Your Majesties? These people were all singing Nigerian songs. Like, these are French guys. They were singing in the pidgin language of the Nigerian people. There's this pidgin that Nigerians use that is only for them. When you hear it, like some countries in West Africa understand this pidgin. It's like English, but it's mixed with the local. It's called pidgin, right? These French guys were singing with this pidgin, and they were singing all Nigerian songs. And the question is, how many sovereign powers have Jagaban sold Nigeria to? Because now we don't know again. Your Majesties, anyway, they are all relatives, brothers and sisters. The British government, the French government, the American government, like I told you, they are brothers and sisters, and they share their things in love. It's only the African continent that they have succeeded in causing chaos and enmity, that we don't see ourselves as one. But they themselves, even though they know that they are sovereign powers, when it comes to the interest of their brother, they go all in for it. Let's listen to the news and then we take it off from there, Your Majesties.
I have yet to see an African leader reject an invite, which means something bigger is going on. See, Nigeria's president Bola Ahmed Tinubu was recently invited to come to France by Emmanuel Macron, and I said to myself, what an interesting time to hold out such an invitation. And they're selling this whole visit as a partnership of mutual respect and shared values. Please, that's code for we want something, because let's face it, when your global south country drowning in external debt, not just Nigeria by the way, your country becomes foreign property. So what's really going on here? I mean, we know that Nigeria's currency is in free fall. We witnessed increase in tax on its people, the loss of certain subsidies, all that to combat Nigeria's debt. But history will tell you that ain't gonna cut it, especially who you borrow money from, which explains why President Tinubu recently had a chit-chat with IMF Director Kristalina about restructuring Nigeria's debt. Now let me tell you something, when you open up that chapter, that's an invitation for developed nations to come shop at your country. Which brings me to this, wasn't France just recently booted out of Mali, Nigeria, and Burkina Faso, compromising assets like that dreamy uranium France has been depending on since forever? Do you think France was gonna step away like that? No. So who is the next convenient partner that they can use to get close to those assets again? Nigeria. Now, obviously, you can make the argument, why not Algeria? It's a francophone nation. But I think France burned that bridge with its Western Sahara stance. Well, I think people should keep an eye on this, what's moving in, what's being lost, because this playbook is nothing new, and it never ends with a handshake.
You can forget your sorrow. Makachuku, you go back and play for your motto. Sara, Sara, Sara. Yeah, beat this tana, tana. It gon' make you manya, manya. This is for people with chalacha, hey. People with kalaka, hey. Nani walanya, hey. Nani kalanya. It gon' make you feel better. This can take you away, whatever. This can take you away, whatever. It gon' make you feel nature. Oh yeah, let's go to Zambia, Uganda, South Africa, Togo, Cameroon, Burundi. What's up, Benari, breathing? Oh yeah, make you live, Mama Africa, live, dance here.
Danger is coming. Our Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's romance with France is no good news for Nigeria. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are elected by us. You must speak to us. You are not going to commit us to any foreign military presence in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And whatever investments you do must be vetted by our sleepy 10th Assembly. They must wake up. Wherever France is not good. Mr. President, you are not talking to Nigerians. The reason France is cozying to Nigeria and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is allowing them to, and we will resist, is because they are looking for a place to situate their military base after being kicked out. We in the north, which is a place they are looking to locate these bases, we in the north will vigorously resist any foreign military boots on our soil. You remember after the coup in Niger? Nigeria, the president had just started, he had not even assembled his team. So he said, we're going to attack France, we're going to attack Niger, and I'm sure prodded by France. We in the north resisted vehemently. We're not going to allow Nigeria to invade Niger because the fight was going to be a proxy war.
Your Majesties, when Macron told you that Africa is his home and his continent, you think Macron was joking. You think he was joking. Anyway, you saw that performance, and a lot of Africans are happy. Oh, thank you for singing our song. Oh, thank you. This is odd. It is odd, and it is odd because it's not normal. You ask me why is it not normal? Because it is not normal. Macron has said Africa is his home and his continent too. And now they are beginning to sing in the native dialects, languages of the African people. They are beginning to dress in the African attire. They are beginning to eat African food. Don't you think that they are trying to adapt so that by the time they move in, they can be used to the environment? Your Majesties. Anyway, to the main situation here, that a lot is getting messier. A lot is getting messier. And if nothing is done by the citizens, we sit by day and keep folding our hands and are like, okay, let's just wait on the government. You heard what she said, that recently Jagaban had a meeting with the IMF to see how to reshuffle or restabilize or re-water view. What was that English again? The Nigerian debt. And like she analyzed, it's a way to, like, an opportunity for more superior powers or sovereign powers to take advantage again. So they'll come tell you, okay, let's help you with this one, and then you do this for us. Let's help you with that one, and you do this for us. Why should we be swimming in debt? This is a question I have been asking. I have not gotten an answer. Why should a country like Nigeria be swimming in debt? Why should countries like Ghana, like, South Africa, like, all the African countries, they have tied their legs with debt. Why should we be swimming in debt? When we have the resources, we have everything that it takes. Do you know the amount of resources that is shipped out from the motherland by day? It's like maybe we need to begin to delve into that angle, so that we see the amount that goes out in resources, not even in the physical cash, in resources. And when you convert those into cash, do you know how much leave the motherland by day? And then the countries in Africa are swimming in debt, begging to see how these so-called sovereign powers will help them reshuffle their debt or review their debts. Now, yes, Europe and America have done a lot of evil to Africa. But we Africans are doing a lot of evil to ourselves as well. This is something that we should not, forget. Sometimes we only blame, oh, Europe and America did this to Africa, did that to Africa, did this to Africa. Now, what is that thing that Africa is doing to herself? Because it is how we have looked down on ourselves that we think that everything about us is inferior. That we allow these people to come to our homes, deceiving you that they are bringing you something, and then at the end you discover that you're already in debt. It's like a movie. The Sahel have tried their best to kick out France and other sovereign powers. And these same sovereign powers that were kicked out are trying their best to return back in another way. And they are using leaders of countries that are supposed to be a protector to the Sahel to return back to the motherland. It is proven that the collective West cannot survive without Africa. And that is why they are doing everything to return back to the motherland even after they were kicked out of the Sahel. You see, now they are beginning to learn your languages, to sing your song so that they can blend so well with you. And the painful thing is that the ordinary African will hear these French guys singing their music and they'll be happy. The ordinary African is happy to see somebody like this singing their song. Do you know why? Because already they told you that Jesus is a white man, your savior is white. So the moment they see a white man singing their song, oh, it's like they have gone to heaven and come back. This one that Jesus' brother is singing my song, hey, there's happiness everywhere. So Jesus' brother sing your song, Jesus' brother will come to you and say, I need half of your property. You give it out because you are giving it to Jesus. Because the Bible have told you that the rich cannot enter heaven. It is the poor that can enter heaven. And these people that bring you this information are growing rich by day. Oh. They are creating that heaven on earth. But they tell you if you are rich, you are going to hell. So you took all your wealth, you are taking your properties, you are allowing them to take everything. And you say, after all, we are not here forever. Of course, we're not going to be here forever. But there are times we shouldn't be stupid. The situation of the motherland is getting out of hand. We have to look out. Let's watch out and protect ourselves. Now, what is the way forward? I think I was saying something about, our lands have been taken away. What do you think we can do? Lands being taken away means that gradually Europe and America will take over us again if we do not be careful. I felt like showing this to you today. Leave your thoughts and opinion in the section, because there are a lot of puppet leaders in the continent. It just shows this, that every day they are inviting those they know they have a hold on. Can Macron invite Traore? Can Macron invite Traore? And they tell, yes, he can. Maybe he can. I know he would. He knows that Traore would not acknowledge his invitation, but so he would want to protect his name by not even trying it. But let's say he do it. Would Traore, acknowledge the invitation and then hurriedly run to France? I don't think that will happen. Like between Macron and the Sahel right now, it's like there's a thin line. There's a thin line between them, and Macron will not try that. Will Macron invite Tiani and say, okay, I want you to fly and come to my country? Will Macron invite Goita and say, Goita, I want you to come, let us talk? No, because he knows he doesn't have any power over them. He knows they have actually told him to get the hell out of their region. But Macron will invite, these are our grandfathers, and they will run with their leg touching their head to go and meet Macron. Don't you see that a lot of things are not adding up? Do you now understand what we are saying? And this is the reason why they were seriously against the Sahel. These are the ECOWAS leaders. You look at the president of Nigeria, you look at the president of Ghana, at least the ones we know that they have invited. And then, where did Macron went to, where he was saying that Africa is his home and his continent? He was at Morocco. Now, while this whole issue was going on in the Sahel, it was the presidents of these countries that were aiding the French government to pressurize the Sahel region to return back power to the civilian government that they took over from. These were the same people. And it is clear now. Of course, the CIA came out and said, this guy, this grandfather is an asset. Openly. It's open, like everything is out there for us to see and understand, except if we do not want to see and understand. I'm going to stop here today. Leave your thoughts and opinion there in the section, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.